Hello, everybody. It's Bobby Cool Daddy Slick Breeze and Doug Bjorkus here in the Dynamic Disc studio. Let me know if you for sure in the chat if you're watching. I know we just have a couple of you watching right now. Let me know in the chat below if you can hear us all good, if the audio is good before we get too much into it. We are here for the Glassbone Open registration. This will be the last live night that we do. It's not the last registration night, but it's the last live night. But tonight we have another big group, which is the Advanced Division, and we have 364, you said?
366. 346.
346 spots left in the Advanced Division, so quite a few people ready to go and register. I'm sure we have a lot of people that are got their trigger finger ready to go hit submit on PayPal and everywhere. Okay, so Andrew says it's great, Bobby. Good deal. So if you have questions, let's get right into the questions because we have about 13 minutes left till registration opens for that Advanced Division. Oh, we have a question from Dominic. Will I be able to register for MA1 if I signed up for MA2 just to ensure I got in? I'm sure I could, but I could see disc golf scene being weird with it. That's a good question.
No, you can actually sign up for two divisions. If you show as active in both divisions, the PDGA site will only list you in one of those divisions. But if you were, for instance, on the wait list for intermediate and you wanted to sign up for advanced, you absolutely could do that. And then if you got in off the wait list from intermediate, you could then cancel your registration for advanced. But a lot of people play both sides to make sure they can get in.
And that's I think that's kind of what we're predicting what will happen as well. I'm sure that we know that stuff's going to happen. Steve Sanders says, Lions, baby.
Yeah, nice win, Steve. The Vikings took it on the chin to the, I can't even say this without getting sick, to the Chicago Bears.
We have to beep it out?
Yep.
Oh, did Anthony give you any?
I've avoided Anthony like the plague. That's why I left early this afternoon, because I didn't want to see him.
Anthony's a big Chicago Bears fan. I grabbed this from upstairs. Now, this is just kind of a little representation of the Glassbone Open trophy. Now, the actual trophies will have a little bit more space here, and they'll actually say the division that they won and stuff like that. And depending on what division it is, it'll be bigger. Like the MPO is probably twice the size of this, if not more. But I thought it'd be kind of cool to show you guys, just kind of give you an idea of the very coveted trophy for Glassbone Open.
Best trophy in disc golf.
Yes, and it's got some weight to it. I know a lot of people like to put this on their one. I know I've heard from several award speeches where this is one of the trophies that they proudly place on their mantle because it's just such the uniqueness of Glassbone trophy. And if you've ever been curious to know why is it called Glassbone Open, this is exactly why, because the trophies, not at the very, very beginning, but at some point at the beginning, had a world-renowned glass blower create the trophies for us. And now one of his apprentices is now creating the Glassbone. But each year, these are glass blown for just specifically the event.
Yeah, and he was associated with Emporia State University, which has one of the nation's best glass blowing programs. So, and I believe that his protege may have even been a student at Emporia State University.
Oh, really?
So
that's nice.
Yep.
Chiefs, baby. David Miller says Chiefs. So, yes, we're going to watch the Chiefs beat the Rams tonight. Super excited about that. Steve wants to know, how much is the entry fee for advanced?
$125.
There it is. $125 to get into the biggest, best, baddest event you will ever be part of in disc golf. A week-long disc golf Disneyland, we like to call it, starting that Saturday before the competition. We have C tiers. We have all kinds of activities in the evening. The bars, the restaurants are just love when you guys come to town and they're ready to have a good time. So, yes, it's obviously I'm biased, but I believe it's well worth the entry fee.
It sure is. And, in fact, Bobby mentioned all kinds of events. I'll probably say this like I'm a broken record tonight, but if you go to glassblowopen.com, awesome information on that site. We're updating it literally weekly, so make sure that you check that out. And there's under the general info tab, there's an event schedule button that you can click, and it'll talk about all those great activities every single day while you're here at the Glassbone Open.
Absolutely. Steve says, cool player package?
Yes, there is going to be a cool player package.
There you go. We can't tell you what it is. We like to keep it a secret here at Glassbone Open. I just want to hear about the goodie. Sorry, Steve, about the... I think, well, you did kind of reveal a little bit the other night. So I think it'd be fair to tell these people tonight what you revealed.
Okay. There will be stuff in the player pack.
There it is,
That is
folks.
what I revealed last week.
There will be stuff in the players pack. We can guarantee that when you go check in, we will have stuff for you.
Cool stuff.
Well, not a whole lot of questions. Maybe people are just ready to get signed up. We got 9 minutes left. We don't have a lot of people on here, but we'll kind of chat with them. Let them know that some exciting things that are going on. Anything from last week? Any planning or any meetings that you had that talked about Glassbone Open? That
a few things were some of you that were here last year may have recalled that we had our opening ceremonies or our players meeting down at the William L. White Auditorium, which seats a whole lot more people than the Granada. The trade-off there is that the sound wasn't real good. In fact, we got a lot of feedback from folks that they couldn't hear if they were towards the back of the auditorium. So we are going back to the Granada for our players meeting. Really excited about that. And because the Granada will not hold everybody, we're going to be simulcasting the players meeting next door at the Arts Center. We're going to be simulcasting it at a few other locations as well so that everyone gets a chance to experience that. So really excited about going back to the Granada for our players meeting.
Do we know if the Bourbon Cowboy is going to be doing the Mechanical Bull?
Yep. In fact, Thursday night at the Bourbon Cowboy is actually GBO night. And in the past, we've shared that night with a graduating class. And we worked it out because that place is packed on Thursdays. So the graduates are going to do their deal on Friday, but we'll still have the Mechanical Bull. We'll have karaoke. There'll be a $5 pool tournament. I think Simon Lizotte might be interested in that. I understand he enjoys some pool.
Likes to play some pool.
All kinds of fun things going on down there. And if you have not been here, they also have what I think is the coolest indoor 9-hole mini disc golf course that they set up in the bar that you can play. In fact, I think this year they're going to do a tournament as well. And the trophies will look like this, only they're going to be like marbles.
That's so funny. Definitely got to get that on video. Steve asks, can AMS play the country club course during warm-up rounds?
They can. AMS can play the country club course on the warm-up days if they'd like.
Did you now? I remember. I don't know if it was last year or the year before. You actually had a bet with the Mechanical Bull where you challenged Haley. I think it was.
Yeah. So registration starts in 7 minutes. We'll look forward to seeing how many people register. Yes, I had a bet with a young lady in our accounting department that I could stay on the bull longer than her,
and you lost. Right?
I was so confident. Bobby, have you ever been just so confident you were counting your chickens before they hatched?
Yes, very much.
Oh, I knew, and I was awful.
I was just curious, maybe if someone had challenged you yet again.
You know,
I was thinking maybe an old man challenge, me and you.
You know,
you're gonna have you got a brand new knee and everything.
You know, the knee has been replaced. It might just be ready to get back up on that bull. Bobby,
what do you guys
don't tempt me because I will.
What do you say, guys? Put in the chat if you think that we should challenge each other. If it should be an old man, a Mechanical Bull ride challenge.
I know you lived in Oklahoma for a while, so mandatory.
That's my
mandatory
yes.
Cowboy boots,
cowboy boots and cowboy hats. Yep,
I'll do it.
That's awesome. All right, so like Doug said, now we're down to 6 minutes until registration. We have 346 spots left. Really looking for those spots to fill up pretty fast. Just to let you know, if you just a pro tip. Have your PayPal information ready if that's what you're going to use. You don't have to use PayPal per se, but now you have to use PayPal's portal, but you can use any credit card or debit card. But a lot of people say within the 15-minute window, they will put all their information in ready to go. So it's once it hits 7 p.m., they can hit submit, and they'll be able to get in.
Yeah, and hey, there are some other divisions that are open for registration. The MP40, the Pro Masters, that division is full, actually, with 8 on the wait list. The MP50 division, we have 11 spots left in that. In the MP60 division, we have 3 spots left in that, and we've got 7 spots left in the FP40. So in our age-protected pro divisions, those are all open for registration right now, and we do have some spots there. Over to the AM side, again, we're going to be registering advanced golfers tonight. All of the amateur age-protected divisions will be tomorrow night. So your MA40, MA50, and MA60, you guys will be able to register tomorrow night. Intermediate is full with a wait list. Rec is full with a wait list. As far as the women's amateur divisions. I know they're getting pretty close too. There's 15 spots left in advanced women. 25 of the 40 spots are taken. If you know an advanced lady that wants to come out to the GBO, get them signed up. In the amateur masters women 40 plus, there's only 3 spots left out of 20. And in the MA 50 or the FA 50 division for amateur masters women, there's 1 spot left. So, and then in intermediate women, wow, this has really gone up since the last time we talked, Bobby. There are 68 spots and 54 are taken. So there's only
that's
14
awesome.
spots left in intermediate women.
That's awesome. We do have a question come in from Ryan. Are there any spectator passes left?
There are. In fact, the spectator badges won't go on sale until December 1st. In fact, remember December 1st because the spectator badges will go on sale, as will registrations for all of the ancillary PDGA events, the C tiers, the XC tiers, the Flex Start C tiers. I think I told you last week we're going to have 23 sanctioned events taking place as part of GBO week.
Yes. Now, remember, you don't have to get a spectator's pass to spectate. You can come on and enjoy disc golf all you want all week or just a weekend if you can make it up here to watch some amazing disc golf on an awesome course. But if you want to be a little bit more part of the experience, a little bit of goodies, you get a little bit of a kind of a player or a spectator's pack, some coupons and some other different things. You can do that as well.
And no one's ever been disappointed with the spectator pack. It's well worth the value, and it does give you more of a VIP-like experience.
Right. And one of the perks you get is you actually get an early access to 2020's GBO registration. So, all right.
Boy, it is almost go time here.
We got 3 minutes left. Trying to look at the website here, see if there's any event to make sure. Lodging is always a big question. Go to glasspointopen.com. Under the general info, you'll see a lodging tab, and there you have a list of hotels where you can stay. If you are one who likes to camp out or bring your RV, there's an Emporia RV park here as well. Also, if you're a big traveler and you like to do the Airbnb route, we have several families here in town that are signed up to do Airbnb. So you can check that out as well at airbnb.com. All kinds of accommodations here in Emporia or the surrounding areas to have a great time here at Glassbone Open. Another big thing that's coming is the Caddy Games. It's the second annual Caddy Games. That's super amazing. Jackie Morris and Dallas are heading. Is Dallas still part of it? Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, they're heading that up. Really fun. Did a video on that. People had a really great time. It kind of started off slow, but once people started showing up and realizing how fun it was, they were participating. And I'm sure we're going to have even more people participate in 2019.
We do have... We have lots of exciting news.
Oh, yes?
I was about to say something, but then I figured I better not say it.
Uh-oh. What?
I shouldn't do that on the air, should I?
No, you can't.
Yeah, okay.
That's what we call a tease on the air.
Yep. You have been teased, and you also have less than 1 minute.
Less than 1 minute.
We had about the same number of intermediate spots last Thursday, and in less than 30 minutes it filled. So I'm guessing that's probably going to be the same type of deal tonight. We'll have to see, though.
Yeah, I'm going to bring this on the screen so we can watch it as it happens so we can all sit back and watch the registration go up.
And, hey, if you guys are watching and you do get in, shoot us a little message letting us know you got in.
Let us know in the chat. I know there's not a whole lot of you, but let us know if you get in. And do I have it in the right spot? Yep. 22 spots out of 368 taken, so there's 346 left.
I'm guessing we got people with their...
It's 7 p.m. Let's see what we got.
Yep, registration is officially open. About 15 seconds in. Oh, now we're moving.
Okay.
Yep.
Got a little nervous there. Thought maybe something had broken with disc golf team.
No, 6. Now we're up to 31.
Yep. 31. I show 30. Now you show 31.
37.
Yes.
40.
We're moving and trucking.
Yep.
Let's see if I want to make sure no one's trying to ask questions.
51, 55.
55 registered.
60.
60 in less than 60 seconds.
We were joking about it, but This advanced division, which will have 368 players in it, might be one of the top 10 largest PDGA events this year. Just the advanced field, along with the intermediate field.
All right. Justice says, I'm in. Can't wait to see you guys in Emporia. Carlton says, I'm in it to win it. I love the enthusiasm, Carlton. Dominic in again. That's so awesome.
103.
103. We're still, well, I just saw 701, so we got 103 in 1 minute. And I'm sure that number is still climbing.
Yep. Was that Dominic Bickford?
Yes, it was.
So, Dominic, you now are officially registered. Let me double check this. In
3 divisions?
both intermediate and advanced. So, what you'll want to do is you'll want to send an email to events@dynamicdiscs.com and let them know which division you want to withdraw from. 148.
148. We're moving along nice and smooth.
Had 120 people sign up in just over 2 minutes.
So you look at the advance and you see right now I see 150 registered and you're thinking, wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But when you look at the entire registration list, we are at 913 people registered to come to Emporia to play the Glassbone Open. To me, that's amazing. That's so awesome to have such a huge disc golf community coming out here to enjoy some disc golf.
That doesn't even count the MPO and FPO,
No.
which are over. We have another 184 MPO and FPOs that'll be playing in the A pool. So
165 after my latest refresh. That's looking good.
I'm going to think we'll hit 200 by 7:05.
So when was your first GBO that you attended?
My first GBO that I attended was in 2010. My daughter, Paige, was in middle school. Jeff Hungerford, a good buddy of mine, and myself, we drove out here. And the first thing we did is we got here after dark, and we were about 30 minutes outside of Emporia, and there was fire on the horizons. We had no flipping idea what was going on, and it's, a lot of people burn their fields around
Oh, okay, yeah.
and they were burning their fields. But
I gotcha.
No, it was a great GBO, and in fact, one of Paige's most favorite disc golf memories is she won the Advanced Women's
Nice.
Glass Blown Open Trophy back in 2010.
We're at 181 after my latest refresh. So in 2010, that would have been, what, I'm guessing maybe 120 people?
I think there was almost 200.
Almost,
it was
okay.
the first time that they did the players meeting from on top of the RV.
Okay, I remember that. I think I was on top of that
Yep.
RV at one point, taking pictures and doing video and stuff like that. My first year was 2009. I had no idea. I was just getting into disc golf. I was just getting into figuring out Jeremy and Dynamic Discs, and I drove out here to film a tournament. Slept in my Ford Expedition I had at the time. Yeah. Slept in it Friday night, woke up the next day. Started taking pictures. Jeremy was surprised that I actually came out there and didn't even realize that it was actually the Glassbone Open that I had done that. So the Glassbone Open, it's a big tournament, a lot of special things, different memories for special, but that's always been special for me because it was the first event that I said, you know what, I'm going to go drive somewhere and I'm going to go cover a disc golf tournament. Now, of course, I didn't do the tournament coverage. Tournament coverage wasn't a huge thing. Now, of course, they had the DVDs and stuff like that, but I went out there and just created some music montage videos and took photos and stuff like that, but that was the very beginning.
Just Peter Pan and the 2 Jones courses.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, let me do a little refresh, see where we're at. We are at 198 registered players. Dominic says, will do, Doug, so it looks like he will let you know for sure which event or which division he wants you to drop out of, since he is actually in both of them. We have about a few people still online, about 37 people watching. If you guys have any questions at all, put it in the chat.
200.
And we will see if we can get those answered for you as we watch people roll in.
7:05, and we've got 200. If you know any of your buddies or fellow disc golfers that want to play in the advanced division for the 2019 Glassbone Open, get on the phone or get on the text or whatever it is you do to let them know there are spots available. I would not be surprised if these spots are all gone by the end of the evening.
All right, we're trying to see if I can go to Facebook to make sure no one on Facebook has any questions that we can answer and let people know about. Speaking of Facebook, we have a Facebook page, Glass One Open. Make sure you follow us on Facebook. Here in about 5 to 6 days, I don't know if the holidays will maybe slow that process down, but we'll also have a mobile app that you can get on the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. You can download those, and those are very good tools for us to be able to communicate with you guys. You can see the schedule, the rules, you can see the pools, you can see once we get the course maps finished, those will be on there. Sponsors, different restaurants you can go to, all kinds of information ready at your fingertips on the mobile device through the app. Jason says, GBO was my first out-of-state event, and I hope it will be my second out-of-state event too. We will find out tomorrow. So it looks like Jason signs up for tomorrow's division that opens up. If you're watching and you have a GBO moment, GBO memory, share it with us, and we'll talk about it in the chat for sure.
So the advanced guys have quite a nice test that they're going to be faced with. They'll on the first 2 rounds, there'll be 2 pools of the advanced guys, and they'll either play Jones East followed by Olpe, or Olpe followed by Jones East. Then the top half of the field on the 3rd day will play the Boyce Baumgartner Memorial Course in Cottonwood Falls, and the bottom half of the pool will play the Blue Course out at Municipal, which that's a fantastic course. All of these courses are fantastic, but we feel this is a really, really good test for the advanced golfers in 2019.
So someone asked this on the Facebook page, and maybe a couple people might have a question on here, but someone was still waiting on calls on lost discs from the last GBO. Any updates on that, please? I'm assuming that Art Palafox still goes out there and dives.
He does.
And looks for those. And if he finds your disc, you're going to get a call. If he doesn't find your disc, then you're not going to get a call. So if you have not received a call, then I would say 9 out of 10, the odds are your disc has not been found yet. Because I know that he works hard to make sure that he tries to get discs back to people and calling them.
I know that the retail store on Commercial Street also has a bunch of lost discs, and they take the time to call people as well. So, yeah, we're never happy to hear someone's lost a disc. I used to have a guy, I'd always get discouraged when I lost a disc, and he would always just have 2 words for me. Throw better.
Yeah.
Used to bug me.
What else? Where are we at for registration right now, Doug?
I think we're 212.
212. Things are cooking along. People are getting registered for the advanced division. Any changes for the advanced division from last year?
No. We did 2 pools last year for the first time. We'll be doing the same thing. There is a change in the courses they're going to play. As I mentioned, they'll either play Jones East followed by Eagle Lake Disc Golf Course out at Olpe, or they'll play Olpe first and then Jones East. So, and then depending on whether they're in the top half of the field or the bottom half of the field, they'll either go to Cottonwood Falls out at Swope Park or the Blue Course out at Municipal.
All right, let's see. Someone said last year, GBO, I got a SE Maverick signed by most of the FBO fields for my daughter. We watch FBO coverage together for every tournament. That's my favorite GBO moment. That's awesome, Nick. That's awesome that you're able to get that and share that with your daughter and able to watch the FBO coverage and create that GBO moment. Those are just special things you want to do with your children.
Yep.
And to have them involved in something that's so special to you like disc golf is awesome. Let's see. Are the courses set for GBO yet?
We usually like to tell folks that the pins will be in the positions that they will be for GBO. We shoot for April 1st. So the answer is no. Many of the pins are, but the official layout will not be in the ground till April 1st. However, we had our first meeting today to get maps and OB descriptions ready for each of the courses, and we'll be posting those on the glass1open.com website, and that'll give you a good idea of what pins you're going to play depending on what pool you're in and what division you're competing in. 221. Only 140 some odd spots left in the advanced field.
All right. What'd you say? I'm sorry, I was typing.
221.
221.
Yep.
All right. Looking forward for my first GBO moment. That's awesome, Dave. First time at GBO. The best advice I can give you, David, is do everything you possibly can. The Glassbone Open is host of an NT, a host of an A tier. It's an important event. People like to get their ratings, people get their points and things like that, but it's so much more than just the tournament, the competition. There's so much more to do in town. You would be remiss if you did not go out in the evening and do things. You would be remiss if you didn't play some of the T tiers and do some of the other activities, do the putting competition, do the poker party. Just make the most of it. In fact, one of the things I would even suggest is go to the McDonald's real quick and have some disc golf gear on, because I bet you one of the workers will wish you good luck out on the competition or will say something about your disc golf game, because that's just how much the town embraces disc golf. How long before Doug's knee is ready for the course?
Oh, wow. It will be spring. I'm hoping that I'm throwing discs by the time the GBO rolls around. Really, really excited about that.
Let's see. Speaking of lost discs, I lost a fundraiser trespass at Muni. I heard their snakes, the water, never drove for it. Any truth? I'm not sure I understand what you're saying. There's snakes in the water. So never dove for it. Any truth to that? So are there snakes in the Muni?
I've heard there are snakes at Municipal, but I don't think they're like anacondas that will eat human beings or anything like that.
Okay, I don't care. I don't care for any kind of snake. I don't care if the little garden snake. What time will the registration go live on December 1st? I'm assuming maybe spectator packs that he's talking about. Maybe.
Yeah, and all of the C tiers.
Oh, okay.
That's a good question. Maybe we should decide that right now.
You're the event
December
coordinator.
We are gonna open registration on December 1st at noon Central Time.
Noon Central
Time.
All right, make a note for yourself so we can make sure. Oh, you're gonna do it right now, aren't you? You're gonna edit it and make it happen. All right, let's see. Let's do a refresh real quick and see where we are at. I'm showing 227 people registered for the MA1 Advanced Division for the Glassbone Open competition happening April 24th to 26th. But that Saturday is when the festivities will begin. We like to call that hashtag GBO Week.
228. There are exactly 140 spots left in advance.
Spaceman says, don't go to McDonald's, go to Spangles. Good advice, actually, Spaceman. Really good advice.
Or go to Jay's. Jay's got some Emporia tradition as far as hamburgers go.
And Doobie's, actually, I'm sure he'll do it again in 2019, but he'll have a basket set up. And I don't know the distance, but if you make the putt, then your meal is free.
It's about a 50-footer.
Is it?
It's about a 50-footer, and yes, he used to have one of those old instep baskets that you get like at Costco.
Oh, yeah.
But a couple of years ago, he switched it up to a veteran. So he's got a veteran out there on the west side of his restaurant there. And, if you have not eaten at Doobie's, put that on your list for when you're here for GBO for sure.
All right. What other activities we can talk about? We got a few more minutes we can talk. In 1 minute is the football game, and I may just pull it up on my iPhone.
Yeah. Well, this is about the number of advanced golfers that signed up last year. We ended up with a pretty big waiting list, and we ended up going to 2 pools. So whether it fills in the next 30 minutes or it fills in the next day or two, I'm confident that if people do not sign up soon, they're going to run the risk of not getting into this advanced field.
Yes, do not let that fool you. People might be busy eating right now or not thinking disc golf, but as they realize that Glassbone Open has registration has opened, they're going to get signed up. I like food, so it's all good advice. Yes, David, good food. You definitely have to try Radius Brewery. Really good beer and really good pizzas and good sandwiches to have there as well. If you're looking for Mexican food, you can go to Casa Ramos. They make some really good stuff there.
Yep.
We've got a few Chinese restaurants here that you can check out if you're hungry for that. We've got a pretty good selection of fast food if you're looking for something fast. If you're looking for some kind of American grill, we've got Applebee's that I'm sure most people would be familiar with.
A couple sushi places.
Couple sushi places. In fact, I hadn't had sushi in a while.
No, I need to get some sushi. So, hey, just a heads up, tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, we'll be opening registration for MA40. Amateur Masters 40 plus, 175 spots open there. MA50, amateurs that are 50 years and above, There's 77 spots left there, and in MA 60, the Amateur Masters 60 plus, there are 40 spots available. So tomorrow at 7 o'clock, we won't be here live, but registration will open for those three divisions. One thing that came up, I think earlier last week when we were on the air, someone mentioned that they were turning 40 next year, but they were turning 40 after the GBO, so they didn't think they could play Amateur Masters 40 plus. If you turn 40 at any point in 2019, that means your birthday is from January 1st to December 31st, and you turn 40 next year, you are eligible to play Amateur Masters 40. Same thing if you turn 50, same thing if you turn 60. So you could, in fact, be 39 years old playing Amateur Masters at the GBO and be completely legal just as long as you do turn 40 later in the year.
David said, my mom wants to come now. We'll bring your mom. She would have a great time. Hubas said, I had the Thanksgiving pizza after the Veterans Tournament was delicious. The Thanksgiving pizza that was at Radius. I actually had it the Sunday at one time. Sunday I had it. They didn't have any turkey, which was disappointing, but they put some shredded beef on there, and it was still good with that cranberry sauce. That was pretty good. When can sub 900 players sign up for MPO?
Okay, that's a great question. So tomorrow at 7 o'clock, 985 males can register and 875 ladies can register. The following Tuesday, which would be the 27th, 970 rated males and 825 rated females can sign up. And then the first Tuesday in December, it doesn't matter what your rating is, and you can sign up for the MPO. So it's kind of a staggered every week. Right now, registration is open for 1,000 plus and 900 plus MPO and FPO. Then starting tomorrow night, 985, 875. The following week, 970, 825. And the following week, it's open for everybody.
There you go. Make sure you go to glassboneopen.com. You can look under players and registration. You'll be able to see the schedule there. You can also check out other things like the event schedules. A lot of the information says registration info coming soon. That's because it's a little early in the process, but make sure you keep checking back at glassboneopen.com. And you'll see that information get updated as we finalize it. Same thing with the mobile app. Once we get information, we put it in the mobile app. Volunteers, maybe we have somebody who's going to be watching thinking, hey, I'm not sure I can play, but I sure like to come be a part of it and like really be a part of it as far as volunteering. What can we tell them about that?
GlassBlownOpen.com. There's a tab called Volunteers. If you click on Volunteer Sign Up, you'll see all the information necessary as far as what we're looking for. We're looking for two types of volunteers. On-course volunteers, those are folks that'll do some spotting for us. And then off-course volunteers. They help with check-in or help with some of our events like our bonfire or the block party. So all kinds of opportunities. And we like to say that we are the home of the 1,000-rated volunteer. That's not going to change this year. Our volunteers are well taken care of. Go to that page on our website. That sign-up portal is open now, and I know that Jackie Morris, our volunteer coordinator, is going to be happy to see your names on that list when you sign up.
Absolutely. All right, we are. Let's see. I refreshed it. We're at 235. Maybe Doug will refresh and see what a new
236.
236. We got registered, and like he said before, this is more than we even had last year before we opened up the second pool. So things are already looking awesome for the advanced division.
I think it is interesting that it seems like, and again, we're always kind of looking at the Glass Blown Open and the trends and what we can do to improve it. And the intermediate field filled 368 intermediate golfers in about 30 minutes on Thursday. The rec field, which is only 184, that filled in, 5 minutes, 6 minutes?
7, I think.
7
if
minutes.
I remember right. 7 minutes.
Advanced, however, and maybe it's just that much like we see our pros taking a little while to actually sign up, maybe the higher the level of competition, the less, what's the word I'm looking for? The less... When you feel a sense of urgency.
Urgency.
The less urgency they have.
That or they're just a bunch of baggers.
That's right. And they can't get to their computers because the sand is dripping out of their pockets.
Baggers. All right, Bobby, can you volunteer and still get the spectator pass?
Yes, you can sign up for the spectator badge and you can sign up to volunteer. Absolutely. We have several people that do that each year.
There you go, Ryan.
They like all the cool stuff.
Yeah, cool stuff. All right, so we have 238 people, and we just hit the threshold on the A-tier side. 1,001 competitors are registered, ready to come out to Glassbone Open in April. It's because people play down a division for big tournaments. Baggers.
Actually, that's a pretty good.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, you made that up? That
No,
wasn't a
someone
comment?
did say that.
Oh.
It's because people play down a division for big tournaments.
I think that's true. I think a
No,
lot of
there's-
people
yeah.
will play down a division.
All right. Well, Doug, what do you think? Should we hang on and see how it goes, or
I think we're good.
I think we're calling it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we have plenty of questions. Hopefully, we were able to answer your questions. Thank you to the handful of you guys that hung out with us for a little bit as we watched the advanced registration open up. Hashtag play your rating forever. So we are at 238 registered for advance. I would imagine by tomorrow morning, we're going to be even closer to that number of 368. And as we get close, remember it's November and we have until April for the event. So, and we already have 1,001 people on the A tier side, a few hundred over on the NT side, and we still have some divisions yet to open up. So it's going to be a big event. We're looking to push a little over 1,500 competitors.
I think we're going to get 1,600 this year.
1,600.
Yep.
So we're going to have 1,600 people out here playing disc golf, having a great old time.
Yep. And hey, one of the things that we also do is if there's some wiggle room in the registrations, which means that, for instance, if advanced doesn't fill in the next week or two, which I don't think that's going to happen, we start to look at some of those spots and go, hey, wait a second, we've got some divisions with folks on the wait list. Is there a way to get creative and get them into the event? So don't wait too long to sign up. We want you playing in the division you want to play in, and we want there to be spots for you. So if you are an advanced golfer, make sure to get on that quick.
Excellent. All right, guys. Thanks so much. We're going to sign out so I can head home and watch the Chiefs game. We'll see you next time. I don't know when. Thanks. See you at Glassbone Open.